Morning, everyone. It's Coach Steve here. And for those who joined for the first time, this is one of my Monday motivations where I kind of reach out to the squad who are people in my close community or people who are on my plans or following me on YouTube and just sort of tell them through hints and tips how to keep motivated during what is normally a kind of tough training block and also link it back to my own experiences and things I know I've used that have worked and things I've used that don't work. So to save you a bit of time. So essentially, this is all about us keeping one another motivated and chasing that big scary goal. So in the past, I've talked a bit about having accountability buddies, tracking and measuring, having rewards built into your overall plan, etc., as kind of hints and tips. You can check them out in the link at the end. But today is about goal realism and goal reevaluation. Because what I've seen with some athletes in the past is when they have some setbacks and they get injured, they get sick, and they've lost a chunk of time, they keep shooting for the big A goal, which isn't realistic anymore. And then rather than continue going, they lose heart and they just give up. That's not the way we actually improve and progress as an athlete because we have none of these journeys are smooth. There are always hiccups. There's always work gets in the way. People get injured. Just training goes wrong, etc. So we have to be realistic. And there is always an element that at points in your plan, you have to be realistic about what the goal is. Yes, you wanted to go under 12 hours for your Ironman time, or yes, you wanted to go under 4 hours for your marathon time. But if you haven't, because of just items outside of your control, possibly in your control, if you weren't, you just didn't have the motivation at the time, um, you missed key blocks of training. Is it a case you just give up? Not at all. There is a case where you just go reevaluate. And this is what, to be honest, this is what I'm looking at the moment. I'm training for Tokyo Marathon. I wanted to go sub 3. I've missed a big chunk of training due to an injury and to also to getting a bit sick at just a very key time. I had a race over the weekend and it was kind of let's see where we're at. And at the end of it, it proved to me I'm not in sub 3 hour marathon shape, which, you know what, that's unfortunate, but I have to be realistic. Do I just give up? Do I not go to Tokyo? Hell no, I want to go to Tokyo. But do I now reevaluate and change my goal slightly and mean that I just I'm a bit more realistic in terms of the number I should hit? Absolutely. So I'm going to now reevaluate probably 3:15, 3:30 minute time. It means that now is achievable still. It doesn't mean I'm taking a step back from the challenge. I'm just accepting what life threw at me, rather than slamming my head into a brick wall and just going, trying to kill myself and cram for the next kind of 5 weeks. Doesn't make sense. It will be a great achievement. And again, even if you don't get your A goal, maybe make your B goal still a bit of a stretch, and then that will be achievement. And then that's, as I said, we progress as athletes that way, rather than sort of go all about it, just give up, come back next year, try again, come back. It's a gentle increment. So don't lose heart if you missed out key sessions and you may not get that big A goal you set at the start. Just reevaluate in the midpoint and so go, okay, well, what is realistic looking at these numbers? What do I feel confident achieving? And go for it. Look, guys, I hope that's useful. As I said, this whole thing is about keeping us motivated. I have to keep myself motivated. I'm admitting to you where I'm at and as I said, these are things I do as an athlete. These are things I work with my one-to-one guys I work with in the community Facebook. Hopefully you find it useful. If so, subscribe and like the video. It just shows that you care and we're here for one another. And otherwise, have a great week's training and we'll catch you next week.